But we sort of rolled from there, and like one thing sort of led to another, and that industry changed up a little bit. And that business in a very short period of time was very successful. We sort of got to hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in revenue, like in sort of 6 months. It was, we paid our dads back and all that sort of stuff very, very quickly. Yep. And we were looking at what was next, and we saw this daily deals craze starting around the world. Groupon was going nuts in the US. And we sort of looked at that and went, well, we know a thing or two around sales and distribution. Like, we should have a go at this. And we sort of started unpacking the business model and realised pretty quickly that there was a couple of things that we didn't really know very well. So we didn't really know how to acquire customers online, and that was key to that business model. I had a sort of technical background, but we'd never built software before. So we sort of, we knew we had a gap there, and we sort of shifted our focus to saying, okay, who's doing this in Australia? And it's one of those serendipitous moments where at that very time, there was 3 companies that we knew were sort of in the startup phase, like literally in their first few months. None of them had launched. We cold called one of them, managed to meet the founders, I think the next day. In the course of about a week, we'd effectively folded our whole business into theirs. There's a little business called Jump On It at the time, and they had just launched. They were just about to land their first, I think, $5 million investment they'd just been over to Chicago seeing Groupon and Washington, D.C. seeing Living Social, and they managed to get an auction happening between those guys, and Living Social, I think, invested $5 million for a third of the business, and there was a put call over the rest of the business. And so we sort of folded our business in, and I think over the course of 12 months, we hired 350 people. We opened 30 or 40 markets around Australia and New Zealand, hyper-local markets around Sydney, 3 verticals. There was travel, products, experience, and just learnt more lessons than we could have ever imagined in such a short, compressed period of time. The guys ended up selling to Living Social for hundreds of millions of dollars. It was one of the early Australian startup success stories, actually. Kind of coming from that bootstrap world where we'd sort of were before, picking up some new skill, like how to, like we 3 million customers in an 18-month period in terms of like the online audience, building tech and evolving tech and product, and the email market,
Email marketing was a big thing back then.